Ever catch yourself fantasizing about having your own space? Total freedom, no one else's mess, blasting music at 2 a.m., or complete silence if that's your thing. Or maybe you've been living with others and wondering, could I actually handle being on my own? The idea of living alone is romanticized and intimidating. For some, it's a dream. For others, it's a fast track to loneliness and late-night existential spirals. Living alone isn't one size fits all. It depends on your personality, emotional habits, and real-life circumstances. This quiz isn't here to judge you. It's here to help you figure out if living alone is the right fit for you. We combined concepts from emotional intelligence, self-determination theory, and personal psychology to create a holistic reflection of your readiness to live solo. That means exploring how you handle stress, solitude, routines, and even money. So, let's find out if you're ready for the freedom and responsibility that comes with living alone. Grab a pen, open your notes app, or just keep a mental tally. Be honest with yourself. There are no wrong answers, only self-awareness. Ready? Let's dive in. Question 1. How do you feel about spending time by yourself? A. I love it. Time alone is the best way I recharge. B. I enjoy some alone time, but need people around for balance. C. I feel uneasy being by myself for long periods. Or D. I hate being alone. It feels lonely and isolating. Question 2. How do you handle difficult emotions like stress or sadness? A. I get overwhelmed easily and often need someone to help me sort through my emotions. B. I talk things out with friends or family. It really helps me feel better. C. I tend to bottle up my feelings until I can't anymore. Or D. I know how to manage stress by myself and I can lean on a few close people when needed. Question 3. Do you have a strong sense of structure and routine? A. I struggle to stick to routines. I can be pretty spontaneous. B. I'm flexible. Routine is nice, but I'm okay with switching things up. C. Yeah, I love having a set routine. It helps me stay organized and on track. Or D. I find it difficult to keep a routine. I tend to let things slip up. Question 4. How would you rate your ability to manage your finances on your own? A. I avoid thinking about money as much as possible. It stresses me out too much. B. I'm doing okay, but sometimes I could use a little help with budgeting. C. Money is a bit stressful for me, and I often overspend without realizing it. Or D. I keep track of my expenses and stick to a budget. I feel confident managing my money. Question 5. How well do you handle unexpected challenges or changes? A. Change throws me off and I struggle to recover quickly. B. I manage, but it takes time for me to adjust to unexpected things. C. I adapt well to change and can handle surprises with a calm mindset. Or D. I get really anxious when things don't go as planned. Question 6. Do you enjoy having complete control over your living space? A. I need help from others to create a space I feel comfortable in. B. I like having some control, but I can compromise with roommates or family. C. Absolutely. I love making decisions about my space and having everything just the way I want it. Or D. I'm not too concerned about how my space looks as long as it's functional. Question 7. How often do you feel a strong need for social connection? A. I prefer to be around people as much as possible. I feel lonely without them. B. I can go a few days without seeing anyone and be fine. C. I like a mix of socializing and having alone time. Or D. I'm very social and enjoy seeing friends and family regularly. Question 8. How do you feel about taking on household responsibilities? A. I tend to put off chores and feel overwhelmed by them. B. I'm organized and enjoy keeping things tidy and well managed on my own. C. I avoid household chores whenever I can and prefer if someone else does them. Or D. I'm okay with it, but I sometimes struggle to stay on top of everything. Question 9. How do you handle socializing and making new connections? A. I struggle with socializing and tend to isolate myself in new situations. B. I enjoy meeting new people and can easily make friends wherever I go. C. I enjoy socializing, but prefer more intimate, smaller groups. Or D. I'm comfortable with my close-knit circle, but new people can feel draining. Question 10. How comfortable are you with uncertainty or change? A. I feel anxious or unsettled when things change unexpectedly. B. I embrace change and feel excited about new experiences and challenges. C. I'm hesitant about change, but I can adapt with some support. Or D. I'm comfortable with change as long as I have some time to adjust. Question 11. How do you feel about personal boundaries and self-care? A. I find it difficult to prioritize myself and often put others' needs first. B. I'm aware of my boundaries and take care of myself, but it's sometimes challenging. C. I'm great at setting boundaries and carving out time for self-care when I need it. Or D. I sometimes struggle to set boundaries, but I try to take care of myself. And finally, question 12. How do you approach personal goals and projects? A. I tend to struggle with long-term goals and often get distracted. B. I stay focused on my goals, but prefer working with others for support or motivation. C. I'm motivated and enjoy setting personal goals and working toward them independently. Or D. I find it difficult to stay motivated alone, but I work best with external deadlines or reminders. Done tallying up your answers? Let's look at the results. If you got 28 to 36 points, you're ready to thrive on your own. Congratulations, you're not just ready to live alone, you're poised to thrive in it. Your score suggests you have the emotional resilience, self-discipline, and independence that makes solo living not only doable, but deeply rewarding. You've built strong personal routines, manage your responsibilities well, and are comfortable being alone without feeling lonely. This is more than surface-level self-sufficiency. It's a sign of deep emotional maturity and a well-developed sense of self. If you're in your 20s or early 30s, psychologists such as Erik Erikson would tell you this is the time when figuring out who I am really is front and center. So living alone during this phase can be incredibly powerful because it gives you space to explore who you are without the constant influence of family, roommates, or others. And prioritize your own needs without compromise. With your skill set and mindset, you're likely to find freedom, focus, and fulfillment in a space that's entirely your own. So go make the most of it. You've got this. If you got 19 to 27 points, think about it some more. You are standing on solid ground, but it's worth checking your footing before you take the leap into living solo. You already have key strengths: emotional awareness, a sense of independence, and the desire to grow, and these are all essential ingredients for successfully living alone. But a few areas might need tuning before you're fully ready. Are your routines reliable? Is your financial life stable and organized? When you are your own accountability partner, small cracks in structure or support can widen over time. Since you'll be your own main source of structure, any small gaps in habits or support can grow if left unchecked. That's why having what psychologists call scaffolding, support systems like friends, mentors, or trusted routines, is crucial. These external supports help you maintain balance, reduce stress, and build resilience. Living alone isn't about isolation. It's about independence with the right scaffolding. Make sure you have systems in place, friends or mentors you can reach out to, reliable coping strategies for tough days, and daily habits that help you stay centered. A bit more preparation now will make your future solo living experience more sustainable and a lot more satisfying. If you scored 10 to 18 points, it might not be right for you. If you struggle with setting boundaries, managing routines, or keeping your finances in check, these need more attention before you can seriously consider living by yourself. For example, difficulty with emotional regulation or anxiety around change can make solo living feel overwhelming without the right coping strategies in place. The need for external motivation, avoiding household tasks, or feeling drained by socializing can also create challenges when you're on your own. Some people simply thrive more when they're surrounded by others, whether it's roommates, family, or a busy social environment. Extroverted personalities, for instance, draw energy from social interaction, so being alone for extended periods might feel draining or lonely. Others also value interdependence and may find comfort in sharing responsibilities, and having others around offers built-in support systems for managing emotions, finances, and daily tasks. It's important to recognize that thriving in a communal setting doesn't mean lacking independence. It's about finding a living arrangement that suits your unique emotional and social needs. For some, having the opportunity to share space allows them to focus on personal growth while maintaining a supportive, connected environment. If you scored 0 to 9 points, it's best to stay where you are. Some people just aren't cut out for living alone, and that is totally okay. If you find it tough to handle stress on your own, or if you need someone to talk to when you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, living alone might feel a little isolating. On the other hand, if you're the type who thrives in social settings and gets energy from being around others, solo living could leave you feeling drained or lonely after a while. For many, living with others feels more natural and comforting, whether that's a part of the culture or just something that feels good. When you share space, it can be easier to juggle responsibilities like splitting chores or managing money together. And if you're someone who finds it hard to tackle tough tasks like budgeting or cleaning, having others around can make things feel a little bit more manageable. Plus, financially, splitting costs can take a lot of pressure off, especially if you find managing money a bit stressful. Of course, living with others can sometimes come with challenges like setting boundaries or finding your personal space. It's all about figuring out what works best for you and finding a balance between having your own independence and the support you need. Your results reflect how well you handle solitude, independence, and the challenges of living on your own. But remember, this isn't a test you pass or fail. Whether you're ready to thrive solo or still figuring things out, this quiz is just a snapshot of where you are now. Life is full of seasons. Some seasons call for roommates, family, or partners. Others ask you to stand on your own, build your space, and learn more about yourself. What matters most is knowing your needs, honoring your growth, and making choices that feel true to you. So how do you feel about your results? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this quiz gave you something to think about, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that helps you grow and reflect. We also have some more quizzes and videos like, Are You Really Okay? Self-check-in, and Science You're Hyper Independent. Thanks so much for watching.